out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. The Lakers in fifth.
They have been aggressive underneath. I mean, they're playing with a physicality that you don't often see, and it's led to a lot of second chance points.
That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Russell. New York's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Here's Jones, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And let's take a look now. D'Angelo Russell's numbers.
He's been dominant over the last month. He's averaging 20 points, 7 assists, and just over 2 steals. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
You know, the scheme just seems to run much more smoothly when he's in the game because he knows where everybody is at all times. So far in the game for Jones, he's got 8 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Samuel Dalembert, who's checked in for the Lakers. Grant against Russell. Now the pass to Randall. 6 on the shot clock. Bryant gets a wide open look, and that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City Dancers. Go on and give it up.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at the Clippers.
Bottom of the standings.
Yeah, it's full makeover time now, guys. I'm sure they've learned their lesson that this roster is not one that can sustain any kind of success in today's NBA.
Jones drives in, and he bangs it home with one hand.
And how about a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead?
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing, and right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
Here's Clarkson. Rebound by Anthony. Anthony's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Jones from outside. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Here's Clarkson. It'll go, and the New York lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Dalembert.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Jones kicks to Anthony. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Lakers trail by 9. Outside, Russell. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of the game. Picked by Randall. Here's Clarkson. And yep, couple bounces and it falls. Clarkson's got his second bucket of the night.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Jones, the pass to Porzingis. There's a good screen. Jones, no one around. He got it! He caught it!
My goodness.
Wow, what a miracle heave to finish off the quarter. How'd he get that one to go?
I don't know, but I think that's a 2% shot. He'd make 2 out of 100 of those if you gave them to him.
And so we wrap up the first half. New York ahead, up by 10. And now let's catch up with the...
Well, Carmelo, what... Okay, guys, solid play so far. I like what I'm seeing. But just a few things to talk about before the second half. We got a spectacular boost from the guys coming off the bench, and that's huge because it should leave us with nothing but fresh legs as we get deep into this game. One thing I liked, our passing, getting a lot of assists. Unselfish passing can get us into a nice rhythm, and that's how we get ourselves on a run. Okay, one more thing. A smooth flow to the second half is just what we're looking for. Let's keep things moving, but not at some kind of breakneck pace. These guys did not see this.
Ladies and gentlemen,
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere. And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Mahinmi's checked in for Dallenberg. Anderson comes in for Randall. Young's checked in for Kobe. And it's Clarkson in for Russell. Jones in at point guard. Williams is out there with Smith. Then it's Thornton. And it's O'Quinn in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 for New York right now. Prince dishes to Mahinmi. Young with no one around. Another miss by Young.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
On the wing, Jones. He's covered by Clarkson. There's a minute 47 left here in the third quarter. The teardrop falls in. Clarkson's got 7 points.
Now there's something for the top 10 highlight reel right there. A layup can be just as sweet and as pretty as a dunk sometimes.
And O'Quinn kicks to Jones. He feeds it to Smith. New York moving it around. Williams passes to Smith. It's good from about 19 feet. Smith's got the lead up to 13 now for the Knicks.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
There's a good screen. Anderson dishes to Mahinmi. Young in the corner. There's the triple, and he gets the bucket. Young's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You can't afford to give him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
So it's the Knicks now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team.
And one of the few bright spots of their last season was sweeping the season series in this matchup.
Yeah, for sure. Neither team a big-time contender in their respective conferences, Greg, but when the teams are fairly evenly matched, it can still be entertaining basketball.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Clarkson kicks to Prince. Rebound by Williams. The Knicks leading by 12. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Jones against Prince. Jones drives in, and the foul called on Freak. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. 12 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Young with the ball. With 2 seconds left, and so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2. The Lakers have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. Jones. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Knicks lead by 11. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Teams changing it up here. Lakers trail by 20, taking a look at Los Angeles. Bryant is out there with Brandon Bass. Then it's Russell. Then there's Anderson. And it's Clarkson in at the shooting guard position.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Knicks.
But Steve, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment to him.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Jones. He was everywhere defensively, offensively. The effort we saw from him tonight, I think, was the difference.
So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Shooting for New York, Freak. Taking 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. He hits the second from the line. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Russell passes to Brown. Doubled by Smith. Russell with it. Jones covering. Russell kicks to Brown. Stolen by O'Quinn. Outside, Jones. Poked loose. Tries from 16, and he gets it to go.
And that's just a little more for these fans to cheer about as they get ready to celebrate a W.
Well, let the party start. The celebration begins, and they're going to let their guys hear it.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
Yeah, they were the superior team in every department, in every category to me, Kevin. I know their fans loved it and appreciated it.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Carmelo, we have a question from one of your biggest fans. How do you get off your shots when you're in such a tight coverage situation, a defender right in your grill?
It's easy. If my man backed off on me, shoot it. If I got 2, pass the ball, find somebody else.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge, and the impact carried them through the entire game.
Seeing Freak dominate the way he did tonight reminded me of watching him play in high school. He was a man among boys. He was a 4-time consensus All-American back then. Overall, great game.
I think his efficiency from the field was the biggest factor in this win. He made over 60% of his shots. I don't care if you're playing 1-on-1 or 1-on-5. That is a great percentage.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.